70 years after his death, a World War II Marine was finally laid to rest in Sneedville. Private First Class William F. Cavin was one of nearly 79,000 Americans unaccounted for in World War II until now. He grew up in Hancock County and enlisted in the Marines when he was 16 in the fall of 1941. He died from blast injuries 2 years later, and then in 2013 his remains were discovered in a patch of cemetery dedicated to unidentified veterans of the war in Honolulu. His family's relieved that he's home.